Hello everybody and welcome back to Steve's Gear. And today we're going to take a look at something pretty darn cool. We're going to take a look at the Olight Ostation X. Now this is Olight's new revolutionary battery charging system. Now this one is for AA batteries. So if you have a lot of AA's and you need to charge them up relatively quickly and safely, this might be something that'll work good for you. Now this came out a couple months ago in a Kickstarter. It did very, very well in the Kickstarter. It was also one of CES's 2025 Innovation Awards. Now, a lot of people that did the Kickstarter have already received theirs. Olight was kind enough to send this out to me about 2 months ago for me to test out and kind of use, and that's what I've been doing. I've been testing out, I've been using the batteries, and so far it's worked out great for me. I think this is a pretty awesome thing, especially if you use a lot of AA's. Now, if you happen to watch this the day this video goes live, this is actually going to go on sale on the end of their February sale, starting tonight, the 28th at 8 p.m. Now, this is going to be already available for early access members, but if you happen to watch this video before 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the 28th, go check this thing out. It's going to be available just like typical stuff. There's going to be a lot of bundles. You can pick this up just standalone unit by itself for $95.99. And if you want to bundle it with one pack of rechargeable batteries, it's only going to be $99.73. So we all know Olight. You save money in the bundles. Take a look at the bundles. They're going to be available in 2 battery packs, 3 battery packs. It's going to be available with old bulbs, all different types of things. So check out those bundles if you're interested. Now let's take a look at the unit itself. Let's see if this is something that might interest you. Like I said, if you use a lot of batteries, I think this is going to be the way to go. Now taking a look at the front of the unit here. Pretty cool looking. I like the way it's going. It's actually charging right now. We'll talk about the lights a little bit here on the front in just a few minutes. But right now it's running through a cycle. Now we have these little perforated sections here. This is actually an air inlet. We have a little tray down here. If you push this tray, you can pull it out. And this is actually your discarded battery tray. So this thing has a 98.5 accuracy on analyzing rechargeable batteries. And if it starts charging them and it realizes that they're not very good, it'll just dump them into this tray. Now, every once in a while, you'll get one that falls into the tray that is good. It's always good to take a look at the connections on it. Make sure they're not dirty or corroded or anything. If you need to, clean them back up, toss them back in, and have it ran on it one more time. Now, taking a look at the side of the unit here, you can kind of get a look at the inner workings of this thing. Now, it has all these different tracks for the batteries. There's 4 different ones, kind of like an old pinball machine. It kind of reminds me of the old gumball machines or something that used to fall down the tracks. And then you can actually see the battery charging ports right here. There's 4 of them, so it can charge up to 4 batteries at once. A cool feature of this is it doesn't make a difference which way you toss the batteries in. If you toss the batteries in with the positive on the left, the positive on the right, it doesn't make a difference. You can charge it either way. Like I said, it will analyze those batteries. It has some built-in safety precautions to make sure batteries aren't overcharged, so you don't have to worry about, fire risk and things like that, which is always very nice to have in something that recharges batteries. Taking a look at the back of the unit, you're going to get your exhaust fan. You're going to get 2 ports down here on the bottom. One is going to be where you plug the unit in, and it's going to have a little secondary port here if you want to plug in another charger. Say you want to charge up one of your Olight rechargeable flashlights next to it. You can plug in the USB-C here, stick your flashlight on it, and you can charge it up as well. Now, taking a look at the top of the unit, this is where you're going to get your retractable cover. It's a dust cover. It just retracts back. This is where you're going to load your batteries. Like I said, it's got 4 different inserts in here. You can just drop the batteries in, and it's going to do all the rest of the work for you. It'll automatically pull the batteries down, put them into the charger, and it's actually going to analyze those batteries, charge them up, and then it drops them down. And once it drops them all the way down, you're going to get access to the batteries right here on this little port right here. So you just pull one out, push it, get another one out, and it'll hold 32 batteries down there. So you can put a lot of batteries in this thing just to get it all charged up, ready to go. Very easy to use if you're, say if you have kids or you have somebody in your house that's a little less technically challenged. It's pretty easy to be able to just drop batteries in and pull them out when they're ready. I like that about it. Now, let's talk a little bit about the function of it. It's very simple to use. Once you get it all set up, you're going to plug it in, and you're going to get an included adapter with it. Now, you're going to want to use this adapter because it's set up for the correct amount of amps for this machine. If you don't use the correct adapter, this light will actually light up yellow, which indicates you don't have the correct amount of power going to it. So it comes with the adapter. Just use the one it comes with. It's pretty small, pretty sleek, and works really good. Now, say you have some batteries and you want to charge them up. Once you turn this thing on, as you can see, it's already in a charging state. That's okay. Say I just get home from work. I got 3 dead batteries that came out of my flashlight. I say, I need to charge these things up. I just push the button. It's going to flash white for a second. And then when it turns solid white like that, that means it's ready to have batteries put in. So you're just going to slide that dust cover. Drop these things in. Doesn't make a difference where you put them in. Doesn't make a difference, like I said, what polarity. Just drop them in there. Shut that thing up. Push it again. It says, okay, thank you. And it's ready to go. It'll start charging automatically. Now, once those batteries that are charging now are done, they're going to drop down. It's going to automatically load in those 3 batteries I just put in. And they'll do the same thing. It's going to analyze them, make sure they're still good, charge them up, and then they're all going to end up down here at the bottom, ready to go. So that's really how simple this thing is. Now, this light here on the front, I talked about a couple different colors on it. Now, green, you're going to see green when you first power it on. That's basically preparing for charging. It's getting everything ready. And then when it turns the white, like I said, when it turns white, that means you're ready to put them in. Blue is charging. Now, you can get a red if you have some kind of malfunction. Say if I was to like tip the machine, yep, see, it's going to stop charging and it's going to show that until it gets back to normal. So there's a lot of fail-safe, things on this, which is good. If there's some kind of malfunction, it's going to stop the charging. It's going to flash you red, and then you need to fix something. Maybe you put a battery in standing up or something, something wrong. So that's easy to fix. And then the yellow light will show up if it doesn't have the correct amount of power. So if you're not using the right adapter, it's going to light up yellow. Now let's talk a little bit about the batteries. So Olight has their rechargeable batteries. Now these ones here are going to be, they actually say Ostation on them. And these ones here are 2,500 milliamp hours. Now there's going to be 2 different versions of batteries available for this thing. You're going to have a 2,100 milliamp hour battery and a 2,500 milliamp hour battery. Now the 2,500 ones, from what I understand, are going to be available for silver and up members. And then if you get this thing in a bundle, you're going to get the 2,100 milliamp hour battery. So just in case you notice a little bit of deviation between this and what you get, that could be the reason why. Now the batteries come in these pretty cool little packs, which I do like. Nice little carrying case for your charged up batteries. Now this thing, I'm all out of batteries. But you can put all your batteries in here, close this thing up, and say you want to take this with you. If you're going to go on vacation, or maybe you're going out to your hunting area and you have some trail cameras or something like that. Most trail cameras take rechargeable batteries now. Take these out with you, switch out your batteries, put your old ones in here, take them home, throw them on the top of here, let them charge up, and you're ready to go for your next session. And like I said, if you have kids or you have, somebody at your house that's not very good with technology, it's so easy to load these batteries in and just pull them out when they're ready. Now, for me, I'm going to use this thing a little bit different. I'm strange in many ways, but one of the ways I'm strange is I don't own a TV. I don't own any game systems, so I don't have remotes and things like that require AA batteries. I don't have any trail cameras. And over time, I truthfully kind of got rid of everything that took AA because I got so into rechargeable stuff. Now, rechargeable stuff is great, but before I got this unit, I was kind of thinking about, when you have people that have hurricanes or they have tornadoes or extended amounts of power, we don't have those things in our area, but sometimes we have really bad weather and the power is out for 5 hours or 8 hours. And the rechargeable stuff, a lot of times I don't keep up on it. I don't keep the stuff plugged in. Sometimes stuff's, only got half battery or 10% when I need to use it. So I have to plug it back in. Well, I've picked up 2 AA powered lanterns, and I picked up a couple different AA powered flashlights, mostly for the reason that now that I have these rechargeable batteries, I always have some kind of power. It's easy for me to put them in here, keep them in the tray or keep them in the packs. This tray will hold 32 batteries. That's a lot of batteries to get you by for quite a long time. So now I can power my AA lanterns or my flashlights, for a couple days if I need to. Now, another good thing about this unit is you can use it with other brand batteries too. So rechargeable batteries, you can use pretty much every brand with this. So I have a couple of these in-loop Panasonic rechargeable batteries. I've ran them through multiple times to this thing. They work just fine. Much easier. This thing is much easier to use than the little Amazon, rechargeable battery packs, the little chargers I get. Because you got to worry about what polarity you put them in. I'm always a little bit nervous when I plug them in and leave them in for a long time because sometimes they get a little bit warm. I've never had anything bad happen, but it's always made me a little bit nervous. Typically I don't go to sleep with them plugged in. I try to stay in the house, things like that. Now, I might just be a little bit of a worry guy, but something like this, it's never got hot. It's never made any weird sounds. I've never smelled anything weird. It's always worked great. So I like this. I think it looks cool on the desk. It's definitely a conversation piece. Anybody that sees it goes, what is that thing? And you kind of tell them how it works and what it's for, and then everybody kind of wants one, especially if you're somebody that uses a lot of AA batteries. So that's just kind of a quick overview of the Ostation X. I realize that's kind of a lot of information to get through all in the one video. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you for that. But yeah, the main principle of this thing is, you plug it in, you watch for the lights to be ready, you load the batteries, it does the work for you, and you use them when they're done. So very easy to use. I can't stress that enough. And it's going to save you some money. This thing, if you pick this thing up on the sale, like I said, $99.73 for the unit and 1 pack of batteries. If you use these pack of batteries 10 times, you've paid for yourself buying, a pack of AA batteries that are good quality this many times. So it could save you some money in the long run if you're somebody who uses a lot of batteries. And I think it's just worth it. Not everything I think is useful all the time, but something like this I think is useful. So if you have one of these things, let me know how you like it in the comments. If you have any questions about it, leave in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. But yeah, check out the website. Check out the sale. If you happen to watch this the day it goes live, see if it might be something that interests you. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.